Episode 3 of Season 26 is over, and I've watched it, and I'm going to be reviewing that episode today on this episode of the Simpsons Episode Reviews.
Why me?
Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Simpsons Episode Reviews. Since there have been 3 episodes that have aired so far for the 26th season, and I am reviewing the 3rd episode of the 26th season today. And the episode is called Super Franchise Me, and this is the 555th episode of The Simpsons. Now, before I talk about the episode, I do have some sad news to tell you, because this past week, before the episode aired, Jan Hooks passed away at the age of 57, and she was the voice of Manjula, Apu's wife. So the producers are probably going to retire Manjula. So it'll be the second time in 2 years that a character was retired due to somebody's death. So that's basically all I have to say about that. And it's sad that another guest star died, because this was unexpected, because no one expected Jan Hooks to die. And the thing about it, I don't know for a fact that Manjula was ever going to be on another Simpsons episode. But if producers had plans to put Manjula on another episode of The Simpsons, it's not going to be possible anymore because of Jan Hooks' death. So Manjula will probably be retired now. And last year, matter of fact, Marsha Wallace passed away, and the producers ended up retiring Edna Krabappel as a result. So it'll definitely be the second time in 2 years that a character was retired as a result of somebody's death. So rest in peace, Jan Hooks, and you'll definitely be missed in the Simpsons clan. Now, they did do a loving memory on Jan Hooks at the end of Super Franchise Me, and for people that have not seen it, I just wanted to point that out to you. So just in case you wanted to know, there you go. I don't know if they're going to show that again. And I just wanted to point that out for that reason. So, and for people that have already seen the episode, you already know that for sure. Now that I'm done talking about Jan Hooks, of course we all have to move on from it. I'm going to talk about the episode right now that recently aired. And this, of course, is the plot of Super Franchise Me. And the plot is basically this. Marge opens up a sandwich restaurant chain, which is called Mother Hubbard's Sandwich Cupboard. And it was making good business until another one of Mother Hubbard's Sandwich Cupboard restaurants is opened across the street. And this interferes with Marge's business. So what is Marge going to do? Is Marge going to make more money, or is she going to have to close the restaurant? Well, you're going to find out today, and from this point on, it's all spoilers. So if you have not watched the episode and don't want to be spoiled, just basically check out the description box, and there's a point where you can go and just basically watch my review, and you don't have to worry about any spoilers at all, because from this point until I get to the review, it's all spoilers. So now I'm going to talk about the episode for people that have already seen this episode and know the outcome. And the episode basically starts with Ned Flanders unplugging appliances and electronics that he's not using to conserve electricity and to provide a lesser electric bill. because if you have appliances plugged in, you're basically using electricity. So Ned Flanders does that, and when he unplugs every single thing that is using electricity, he still notices that somebody's using his power, and then realizes that it's actually Homer Simpson that is doing that. So he basically pulls the plug, and then Ned Flanders finds his own icebox in Homer Simpson's garage. So he basically takes it back, and whatever was inside that icebox is taken out. So Marge and Homer try to think of a plan to use that meat that was in the icebox. And Marge basically finds a plan and decides to use the meat for sandwiches. And the sandwiches were a big hit. And she gives sandwiches to even school children at Springfield Elementary. And this gets noticed by a representative of Mother Hubbard's sandwich cupboard. And this representative asks Marge to actually open up a restaurant. And Marge accepts. So that's basically how the start of the story goes. And basically Marge opens it up, hires a couple of employees, and the business is doing quite well. But then Marge notices one of the employees stealing money out of the cash register, and that person gets caught and is fired. So Marge eventually fires all of her employees, and the rest of the Simpsons family decide to actually take over. And the business actually does pretty well. It starts growing, and it's basically doing so well. However, it wasn't until another restaurant of the same name, and it's an express version, is opened across the street. And it's run by Cletus. And this actually depresses Marge, because whatever that she had is taken away from her by Cletus. And all they go to Cletus's business, and Cletus basically makes a lot of money, much more than Marge. And Marge is devastated, and she becomes depressed. So as a result, Marge actually goes to Moe's and drinks for the first time. And Moe actually realizes that Marge actually was getting screwed. So Moe actually tells Marge to think of a plan to try to get back the money that Marge actually had used to open up that restaurant. And the plan actually works. The representative actually gave back the money, and Marge actually closes up the restaurant that she opened. So, and that's basically the episode in a nutshell. And my favorite parts of the episode, I like the parts where they finally get back at the representative without basically the representative knowing that Homer Simpson was disguised as a decoy. Yes, Homer Simpson was disguised as a decoy to try to get back at the representative. And I thought that was pretty cool. Homer Simpson almost gave it away, but then he recovered, and the representative actually didn't know. So I thought that was pretty cool. There was even a part where Abe Simpson was giving food to a pigeon and thought there was a drive-through. So, and another awesome part about the episode is where Mr. Burns was, well, basically he thought that there was somebody that he would love, and it was actually a display piece. He actually thought that it was some person. And there was also a part with the Ferris wheel that Bart and Lisa were on that Homer was using, and he was using it and plugging into Ned Flanders' power outlet. So, and my favorite part, of course, was Act 3, of course, where the Simpsons family actually gets back at the representative that stiffed them, actually screwed them over, because I felt that the representative would actually screwed them over, because I really felt that, even though it was never shown in the episode, I felt that the representative actually told Cletus to actually open up a restaurant chain. And I this was the part where I felt that Marge was being screwed. And I loved the part where the Simpsons family actually gets back at the representative. I thought that was awesome. So, and that's basically all the spoilers. So, now on with the review. Now, before I actually get into the review, I do want to tell some more spoilers, but this time it's for a small bonus, because after the episode was over and they went back from commercial, there was a bonus, and this bonus was, of course, great moments in sandwich history, and it was about Homer as a caveman trying to kill a dinosaur, and at times Homer was holding up his club, and this was caveman Homer, and he was holding up his club, and I thought that was funny. And this is while he was sleeping, and then of course he eventually kills the dinosaur, and when he sees the meat and finds it too hot after he cooks it, he actually makes it into a sandwich, and he basically holds up this sandwich and was intending to eat it. However, while he was walking, he accidentally went right into a tar pit and drowned, basically, and died. And then the scene actually zooms out in modern times, and modern Homer, of course, the Homer we all know, and Homer says, sandwiches. And after that, that was basically it, and then the credits rolled. And there was a thing about Jan Hooks, and that was it. So, that's all the spoilers. Now I can get on with the review. I definitely really liked this episode. It was a lot of fun. It was slow at first. In the first act, it was slow. But then it picked up afterwards, and I started to enjoy it. And then the humor in the episode really took off, and that's when the episode got a lot better, and I started to really enjoy it, especially when it got to the third act, when this one part, which I will not give away to people that don't want to be spoiled, this one part I was very happy to see it happen, because I did not like what happened near the end of the second act. Because the thing about it, this is the part where Marge actually gets depressed, because another Mother Hubbard's sandwich cupboard is open across the street, and I felt that Marge was getting robbed, basically getting cheated out of her business. And I liked in Act 3 that part that happened did happen, and I was very happy. I was very, very happy. I won't give anything away about Act 3. And the episode basically went out with a bang. And so far, I will say, for a second straight week, we've had another episode that was awesome. Now, I will say, because of the first act, where it was slow at first, That's the only con about this episode. I felt that the part of the first act was it was kind of slow. I thought the story started slow, but then it picked up. And because of that slowness, I had to say that this isn't so far. This isn't the best episode of The Simpsons of the 26th season. There might be one that tops this, but for right now, I will say that the last episode and this episode are the ones I really enjoy so far. So for this episode, I'm giving this particular episode, the same rating I gave the last episode that I actually reviewed. I'm giving Super Franchise Me 3.5 stars out of 4. It's well deserved. So that was Super Franchise Me. I definitely recommend that you check it out. You might like it, you might not. But if you did like this episode, or if you didn't, just comment. Just comment down below. Tell me your opinion about the episode. Because your opinion is greatly appreciated. So that's it for my Super Franchise Me review. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time on the Simpsons Episode Reviews, and it will be my last Simpsons episode review of October 2014. Because the next episode I'm reviewing is the 25th installment of Treehouse of Horror. Because this Sunday it will air on Fox. And it's definitely an episode you don't want to miss. And I will be reviewing that next time. So until then, peace out, and thanks for watching. Bye for now, Simpsons fans, and catch you next time for the 25th installment of Treehouse of Horror. Peace out, Simpsons fans. Just a little humor. I just wanted to have a little fun with this episode, okay? Because I don't know what I'm going to do next episode with the Treehouse of Horror episode that I will be reviewing next time. You will find out. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.